Genius 101.
Alright, good morning everyone. My name is BoogieSnacks. You can go ahead and call me Boogie, and welcome to yet another video. I woke up in the mood to go manga shopping, so in today's episode, I'm gonna take you guys out to a shop I've taken you to before, but it's one of my all-time favorite manga shops. It's called Book Off, and I'm gonna be going with a friend of mine. But we are on a secret mission today, and my friend who is helping me film, I do want to hook her up with some things that she might be interested in. Hopefully I am successful. Wish me luck, and with that, yeah, I gotta get outside. Why am I always late? Okay, I know I'm late. Let's go. Okay.
PB&J again?
Okay. I know it's weird, but ever since I was a kid, this is my favorite snack. Even before like buying things at Starbucks was even an issue. Like, this is the perfect thing. I wish it was a full sandwich, but peanut butter and jelly with carrots and ranch. I don't know. Yeah, I like it. I get it almost every time I go to Starbucks.
Thank you so much.
Now, after hours of being on the freeway, I was very eager to begin the manga hunting. So, as you see here, I am making my way over to the manga section. Now, the store is broken up into a section for books, music, anime, manga in both English and Japanese, and of course, anime figures. I could literally spend hours inside of this store. In fact, today we did spend quite a bit of time here. Now, as we entered the store, we went all the way to the right-hand side where they keep the Japanese manga. Now, as you can see here, the back panel is where you have some series that are lumped together. So if you wanted to buy volumes in bulk, you can do so there. But of course, this is the main aisle. All of the manga you are seeing here, both on the left and the right-hand side, are in Japanese, and there are quite a few sales happening always. More on this section later on in the video, but you can definitely find quite a few treasures in that aisle. Now, continuing our tour, we have on the both right and left hand side, this is the section where all of the manga, of course, is in English, and I must say I was very happy to see that the inventory has been expanded. Now, while enjoying our time here at the store, it was really nice to see the community come out and just be manga shopping at the same time. There's something about a lively manga shop. I don't know, it just felt like a real sense of community, and I don't take that kind of stuff for granted, and I really enjoyed that aspect of shopping. Now, as the filming began, quickly, right off of the bat, I noticed in the upper right-hand corner of one of the shelves was quite a few volumes of a series that I've been looking for quite a long time. So about 20 minutes into our filming day, my weep self has already lost all self-control, and yes, I did buy all of the inventory that they had for Hikaru no Go. I'm not sorry about it. I've been looking for this series forever. I'm so happy right now. At this time, I'm sort of thinking if this is an indicator for how this manga shopping adventure is going to go, we're probably going to need either another cart or a bigger cart. Now, while browsing the manga section, I couldn't help but be impressed with the selection that this book-off location had. There's always been something about browsing a manga section in a bookstore, whether it's the adventure of getting out, going with your friends to physically go find manga and the whole fun that goes along with that, or finding the actual volume that you're looking for at the location. This is definitely one of my favorite things to do with friends, and for sure this is one of my happy places. Just when you thought they had a lot of manga, we found even more in the drawers down below. Now, a lot of these are doubles to obviously replace the manga that people purchase, but still we found quite a few new volumes. Nothing that we were looking for, but it was nice to know that they have extra inventory. Now, is it really manga shopping if you're not checking your phone to see what you have and what you need? I can't even tell you how many times I did this over the course of shopping at this location. I do it all the time. Now, my heart dropped. When I tell you it dropped when I saw a Bleach box set for sale. Unfortunately, it was used and damaged, so I'm not going to walk away with it, but it was really cool to see. Now, it is unfortunate I can't use the original audio due to the copyright music just absolutely blaring in the background, but here you see me just completely geeking out over finding some Tokyo Ghoul. I hope someone walks away with that and that they're very happy. There was so much I wanted to buy. When I say that we spent a long time in this store, we went over the manga section with a fine-tooth comb. And believe me when I say that I displayed some serious self-control, but I will show you, and I am excited to show you the manga haul at the end of this video. Now to check in on my friend Michelle. She's actually an animator and she was looking for some character reference books, some animation books, or some storyboarding material. Luckily, she found some things that she was looking for and we were happy enough to walk away with some serious finds. Now, aside from their manga selection, Book Off sells a wide variety of art books, animation or character reference materials, or more industry resources. I personally love finding the rare oddities here, like the Animal Crossing guidebook in Japanese. It's just filled with so many interesting things. My new ritual has been whenever I go to a book off now, I always walk away with some form of new music. I don't know, something about holding a CD. People don't collect them anymore. Same like records, but I don't know. It's something nice to have, and it's cool. I'm supporting the artist. Now, during this visit, I picked up a copy of one of the Initial D best hits from the anime CDs, which immediately went into my car, but I also got a very cool collector's item, which I will show you at the manga haul here at the end of the video. Now, after spending all of that time manga shopping, we decided to reward ourselves by getting Korean barbecue, which is personally one of my favorites. So here's the shot of us going inside of the restaurant, and let's quickly move forward into the manga haul for the video. Okay, look how much I bought. There is a full big old bag of manga that we're gonna get into. Okay, so it is the next day. Yes, I shaved, and it is extremely hot here in California right now. In fact, I'm looking at the thermostat in my house right now, and it is literally 85 degrees in my house, and I think it's in the upper 90s outside. Now, I do want to mention I did drop a pretty penny on today's manga haul, and none of this would be possible without the help from today's sponsor, which is Skillshare. What I ended up doing is I took a little chunk of the sponsorship money, and that's what went into getting today's manga, not only for myself, but the gifts from my friend who helped me film today. So once again, thank you to the fine folks over at Skillshare, and let me tell you a little bit about them. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. So when I first started my YouTube channel, I was looking for resources on how to learn video editing, specifically in Premiere Pro and After Effects. Now, if you don't know, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for anyone who loves learning and wants to explore their creativity while learning new skills. I highly recommend Video Editing with Adobe Premiere Pro for Beginners by Jordy Vandeput. It truly covers the basics of getting started in Premiere Pro, from setting up your workspace all the way to more advanced things like custom animations and speed ramping. Jordy really knows his stuff, and I highly recommend all of his courses. The lesson plans are laid out very well, and it's oddly satisfying to finish a course. I don't know if anyone else gets like that. With topics ranging from animation to advanced editing techniques, the topics that I'm interested in and the courses I'd like to take are a lot right now, and I've curated a playlist for things to begin learning over the coming months. So now, a couple years later, we've sort of come full circle, and I'm happy now to announce my partnership with Skillshare, and the first 1,000 people that sign up with the link down below in the description box will get 1 month free of Skillshare Premium. All right, so as I'm looking at what I bought, it's so funny. I went to Book Off to get things I just normally wouldn't find at normal retail shops. So a lot of these manga volumes are older, which is really exciting for me, because there's a lot of volumes that I just missed out on, or a lot of titles that I missed out on when I was younger, because I initially started to read manga when I was very young, even though I didn't even know it was manga. I just thought that they were comics. My younger brain didn't understand what I was reading. I didn't know that it was from Japan, so on and so forth. I just was reading them on the floor at Borders. And then I went on a really long break of reading manga. I just lived life, and I didn't get back into manga until like my later 20s. So it's so cool to go back and get into some series which I saw on the shelves or I saw at my friend's house, and I just never got into them. And this is one that has always been around me when I was just in the infancy of making my YouTube channel, or just in streams or just in my Discord. I've always heard about this series and I've never checked it out. And actually the person who was helping me film today convinced me to pick this one up because they enjoyed it when they were a kid. This is Dot Hack. Okay, this is honestly kind of cool because look, it says the #1 manga in America. Now this is put out by Tokyo Pop, and it just goes to show you, like, man, manga has come quite a long way. And just to see little references like this, like the #1 manga in America, like, it's clearly not anymore, but maybe at one point it was the #1 manga in America. I know that there's a lot of fans still to this day of Dot Hack, so I picked up volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. And number 3 is like a chonky boy. Like, this one's really thick, and it went from being the #1 bestseller in America to being the national bestseller, but still obviously it shows how popular it was. Now I have a very limited understanding of what Dot Hack is, so feel free to clarify any of my misunderstandings down below in the comment section. That would actually help. But from my base understanding, Dot Hack is one of the original isekais where you get transported into a virtual world or into a video game. And someone could let me know down below. I'm very curious to hear, what are your guys' memories with Dot Hack? Is Dot Hack in any of your collections? Okay, this next volume, yes. Okay, if you saw my most recent manga collection video, if you haven't, no worries, I'll link it down below. In the upper right hand corner, I don't think you can see that on camera screen, there's no way, but in the upper right hand corner of my collection, I actually have like a little Shaman King shrine, and the only single volumes of Shaman King that I own, they're not even in English, they're the French editions that were sent to me. So they were a gift, so they are very special to me, and it was a gift from my community, and it means the world. But as a kid, I actually grew up reading on the floor at Barnes & Noble Shaman King. Shaman King was probably the first or one of the first manga I ever read without realizing it was actually manga. Naruto may have been the actual first one, but it was years ago. Who knows? I have zero memory. Sergeant Frog may have also been another one. I have zero recollection. I was just so darn young waiting to go to guitar lessons. Anyways, I digress. I was very excited, and I've always wanted as a collector to own maybe not even the full amount of the single volumes. That would be cool, but maybe not even all of them. I understand that's going to be a very expensive endeavor. I was just scouring the shelves like with a fine-tooth comb at Book Off, and I saw that they had a couple Shaman King omnibuses, but there was one single volume. It's volume 3, but I do have my first Shaman King single. Okay, it's a little beat up and old, but so am I, so that's okay. I'm just happy to have one of the volumes of Shaman King, like I mentioned before. All right, so as you saw in the vlog, I found a series at Book Off that I went completely ham. In fact, I bought all of the volumes that they had that were not duplicates. I bought literally everything that Book Off had in one series, and I'm so grateful that I was able to do that. There's obviously a lot. Let me count how many I picked up here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 volumes of Hikaru no Go. Look at this, everyone. I am such a happy camper right now. This is almost complete of the series. It follows a main character who is in middle school, and he's progressively getting older as the series progresses, but he falls in love with a game of Go. It's a board game, not to be confused with shogi, but it's the game of Go. However, of course, there's a spin on things, and when my favorite character gets introduced, his name is Sai, he becomes a ghost involved through a series of events in Hikaru's life, or I think his name's Shindo, Hikaru Shindo, in his life, and the adventure sort of sets out from there, where Shindo just lets Sai at first sort of take over his mind, sort of, I don't want to spoil anything, and start to play games for his enjoyment, but then through watching Sai's passion and just seeing how fun the game is, and the community, and the lifestyle that just goes with becoming a professional Go player, so on and so forth, he can't help but just fall in love with the game. And of course there's the rival, which is also a really well-written character, and just honestly, it's 90s nostalgia, early 2000s nostalgia manga. It's really good. I highly recommend you check it out. It has a phenomenal anime in my opinion. I love the aesthetic of the anime. I think it's absolutely fantastic, but the manga is something I've always wanted to own. Like I mentioned before, never got around to it, and when I saw a solid chunk of Hikaru no Go on the shelf, it was the upper right hand corner, I'll never forget it. I immediately made like just a bullet line towards it. I was like, Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I love making these vlogs. If you guys want more vlogs, let me know down below. Maybe even things outside of manga shopping. Maybe I could take you guys to some Japanese experiences that are in Los Angeles, that are in here in California. I know that I'm going to be going to Korea soon, so there's going to be some travel vlogging stuff, and then eventually we're going to Japan. But thank you everyone for watching, and huge shout out and thank you to Skillshare for not only finally partnering with me. It's an absolute honor to work with you guys. I've put in countless hours into that service, and honestly, I hope you guys utilize my link down below. Sign up for the service, even if it's for that 1 month. Give them a shot. I actually learned a lot off of that website, so thank you for partnering with me. But I think I'm gonna let you guys go here. If you'd like to go ahead and support the channel, go ahead and mash that like button down below. It lets me know that you're watching at home, and I can continue to make more content just like this. And of course, as always, nothing has changed. If you'd like to stick around for more videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you in the community. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good night, okay? See you in the next one. Bye!